This shouldn't take much at all. We're only dealing with a 3/16 slot, less than 2 inches long, and it only needs a couple dabs. So I'm trying not to get to the outside of the wood so that it doesn't come out the side. So I pretty much got the whole base covered, whether I wanted to or not. Like I said, I'm not going for pitch like they recommend. I just want them tight, because it's already snug in there. I made it to fit snug. All I need the strings to do is hold it in there for a few days before I start messing with it. Whoever tells you that these strings are going to center the nut knows something that I don't, because if you don't put the nut in the right place, it ain't gonna be in the right place when you get back. Before I go too haywire on cutting down the bone, the nut, gotta straighten out the neck. I had it as loose as I could get it while I was putting the frets in. And now all I have to do is give it a good turn or two, and it should straighten right up. Oh yeah. I gotta put the bridge up to a 10 radius, and then I'll be able to measure the bone. Just put the finger down on the second fret. See how much distance there is between the string and the first fret. As long as the neck is straight, you should get an accurate reading and be able to put the nut slot down as far as you need to, and then scrape off the rest of it and polish it up. Just FYI, gotta be careful with your output jack, because I had to take mine out. Obviously you can see this, and had to bend it so that this would even go in to begin with, because the bar here was, can't even see it, the bar, this, you know, that was over the opening. I don't know if it was bent in shipment or if I did it myself, but no big deal. Just a little tweak with a couple of fingertips and it was right in place, and it's still tight as hell. Well, it turns out as soon as I put this back in, apparently the wood, there's not enough space in the wood, so I'm going to have to go router it out a little bit. Well, that was horrific. So, took the Dremel and dug in a couple of rounds. Dug the dust out. Let's see if I gotta dig in any more or not. There's no resistance, so that might have done it. So I should go through all the trouble of putting the conductive paint, reapplying conductive paint. If it was any other brand of guitar, I would. It's still giving me trouble. I'm gonna have to do a little more. Yep. This is a 1.5mm hex nut, and I'm trying to get the strings, the bridge, up to 10. Doesn't have to be exact, but it's never going to be exact, but you know, it's a good place to start. Right now they're all pretty much laying on the metal, so I gotta bring them all out. And these are not exactly best quality, so you know, you can only do so much with what you've got. Of course they have to be, each one has to be equal, otherwise it's going to wobble. I feel like the darn thing's gonna come right out pretty soon. May have to end up putting a little super glue or something in these threads. If they're going to be this, if these screws are going to be that far out, they probably won't stick once they start playing, and they might vibrate right out. Alright, that's as close as it's ever been the whole time I've ever owned it. So, I got the bridge pretty well radiused. See if I can't get rid of some of that glitter. Not really. Anyway, I got it radiused, and so now I'll check the neck for straightness again tomorrow after I let it settle a little bit, and then I'll start in on the nut. Technically you're supposed to tune a guitar in playing position. I usually bring it up about half step below where it's supposed to be, and then I do all of them at least 3 times, at least twice. Alright, it's tuned to pitch. So now technically I can check all of the measurements. Okay, so according to the things I've read, you want 10 thousandths clearance when you push down on the second, behind the second fret. You want 10 thousandths clearance between the string and the first fret for the E and the B string. After that you want 12 thousandths, 14 thousandths, 16 thousandths, 18 thousandths. That can all change to your specs, but as long as the neck is straight, you press down on the second fret, behind the second fret, that should be good. Just file down the bone until you get it to where you want it, and then you can adjust the bridge. Alright, so I've got the guitar tuned to pitch, including at the 12th fret, the octave. That can actually be quite a chore on some guitars, but this one I think I must have done it a couple years ago because it was almost dead on. I got everything up to pitch, and including the octave. So now I'm measuring, I'm fretting number 2 fret, and I'm measuring the distance, the clearance between the first fret and the string. Need about 10 thousandths, and that one's about all they're going to get. Same with the B string. I want about 10 thousandths. I'm going to have to cut that one down just a bit. Now the G string I'm going to want approximately 12 thousandths. D string I'm going to want approximately 14 thousandths. A string I'm going to want approximately 16 thousandths. And E string approximately 18 thousandths. The bigger they are, the more they need to vibrate. So here we go. So the like I said, the E string, I might be able to get one pass out of it, but yeah, I'll try to get one pass out of it. So, like I said, everything's up to pitch, so I'm going to have to loosen this string, take it off, and be very, very careful.